out time.
Hi, Facebook. Here we are. Ladies Out Loud are back. We have been gone for a while. Do you want to tag? Yes, I do.
Sure.
I'm going to tag her
Sure.
in there. So, Ladies Out Loud at Free Donation Productions. We are back. We are back.
It's been a while.
It's
It
been a
seems like
while.
forever.
I know.
Even though I've seen you.
I've
Not
seen
very
you
often.
too, but we have not done a podcast, just you and me, in a while.
No.
We've had some awesome guests
Yes.
on, so we're excited because it's just
Yeah.
us today, and we're twinning.
Yes.
Twinning. See, we got our Ladies Out Loud podcast shirts from our event the other night. Check it out. Can you see that on there?
Yeah.
Got your back, girl?
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to find the link. So if you guys want one of these, you can let me know, and we'll put it on our Ladies Out Loud page because they are super cute and
soft.
Yeah, and the proceeds will go to the Treasured Vessels Foundation.
Yes.
And let me just pull this up because I'm feeling
I
like,
feel like
it's
this is-
cutting off my head.
I feel like it's short.
Frida,
like we're
we
taller.
We need to
Well,
get
we
this
need to
right
sit
in
lower.
here. Yeah.
We're too tall. We're
This is why
taller
we're the
than the
ladies out
tripod.
loud,
We're
because-
taller than the tripod.
You guys are just fun and watching it.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're
You're not-
perfectionists.
you're not
Don't you
anymore.
know that? You're not anymore, he says. Okay, hold on. Oh gosh, now our hands in the way.
Now I'm getting motion sickness.
How about we scoot back?
So the greatest
Look,
thing,
we can
the
scoot back.
greatest thing about Carrie and I is this: we're both texting this morning, and we're like, Frito's like, listen, I got an appointment. He's got to make sure he tells us because he knows
Right.
we're gonna keep yapping.
Yes.
So I was like, Carrie, can you be there at 11? Like I'm so prompt or something.
I was like, yeah, I should
She's
be there
like,
at 11.
I'm gonna be there. So I'm pulling into the parking lot at 11:12. And literally there she goes. I see her and I was like, hey! I'm driving in, I'm listening to some music. And I was like, well, I'm glad we both get here at the same
Yeah.
time. Typical.
Always.
Always.
So don't. Yeah, it's like weird. I was like, I'll be there at 11. That means I'll leave at 11.
I know. Well, I think that too.
Because I was like, I'm going to leave in 10 minutes till,
It's
15
not
minutes
right.
till. And then I'll look at my car as I'm leaving and it says
Yeah.
10:52.
Right.
10:52.
We're going to talk about boundaries today, and we're going to talk about Brene Brown, who I'm obsessed with. She's my affirmation guru right now, and she talks about an acronym called BRAVING, and the R stands for reliability. And I think that most people would say that they can't rely on me to be on time. I'm just saying, it's something I need to work on.
Me too. Well,
I don't
yeah.
know if I want to. I kind of like being fashionably late. I don't know. Like I want to walk into the party like,
Oh,
hey,
I don't want to
hey.
do that.
I don't like being there early. I don't. I really don't like that. Do you guys like to be early? Or do you like to be on time? Like, are you like, I need to be on time, right on time? Or do you like want to be there 10 minutes early? Or
See, mine depends on if I'm
Fashionably
uncomfortable.
yeah,
Like if I don't know where I'm going or I don't know who's going to be there,
right.
I want to be early.
Oh.
So I don't want to come in late because then I want everybody just like watching, like, oh, she's the late girl. So I like to be
Maybe
there
I like
early
that.
so I can watch everybody else come in. But if I know you and I'm
Yeah.
comfortable with you, then yeah, I'm not going to be on time.
Yeah, I
That's
think
how
I
I
like to
feel.
walk in late because I don't know why. I need to explore that. I'm late for the
on
party.
that.
Here I am. Okay, so we're going to talk about a little bit on our live about our event on Friday
Yeah,
that
it was
we
super
went
fun.
to. Alicia Bush is awesome. She is the founder of Treasured Vessels Foundation. So we want to shout out to her and her husband and Abigail, who was instrumental in putting all of the details together, I believe. It was fun.
It was fun.
I had never been to that venue before.
I haven't either.
Tups Brewery. Have you guys ever been there? It's in McKinney.
Didn't even know it existed.
I know. It was cool. It was really cool. And then we were lucky. We got the VIP bracelets. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never a very important person, except to myself. So I was like, ooh, what's in here?
Yeah, so there's a tent for the VIP.
Yeah. And we got some snacks.
Yeah.
and we could hear each other.
Yeah,
because it was
so
really loud.
loud.
I mean, Emerald City Band was there,
They're
which,
awesome.
if you are from this area, is the best ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's see. I hate when people are late, or when you make an appointment and oh my gosh, Jerry, I know.
And the doctors are late.
I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah, and they charge us. if
Yeah.
they're late. Mhm.
Aw, that's nice. Allie says we look great. Thank you, Allie.
Aw,
Okay, so I'm getting kind of sweaty talking
It's nice
about
warm when
things.
we walked in here.
I think I feel nervous. Oh, Mark Friedman's watching. Are we in his presence? Okay, so some statistics that we wanted to share. So Treasured Vessels Foundation, if you guys remember, we had Alicia on our podcast, and 3 years ago, God kind of put something onto her heart about starting a safe house, basically a safe place for girls who are sex trafficked. They're rescued out of sex trafficking, and what she was finding is there was nowhere for them to go. So most of the time they are picked up and rescued, but they're usually charged with a runaway. I think that's what she said.
Yeah, I think that's what she said.
Runaway. They can charge them with that because a lot of them are runaways, and they're either put back into the system, put back into the home that maybe they ran away from, or they're maybe in jail, or they go back out.
Right.
So there was this area that she said there's nothing for these girls to heal, and so they bought property and they are building tiny homes, and they're in the process of building their second tiny home. And so they had their largest event on Friday that we got to go to and participate in. And so I wanted to share some of the statistics that she shared with us, and if you still wanted to donate, where you could donate. So average age of girls that are sex trafficked is 12 to 14 years old. The tiny homes will be for girls 9 to 18. I think they'll be able to be there for a year or maybe longer. I don't know if there's a deadline on their timeline, but there will be licensed professional counselors there, and but 9 years old.
Yeah,
That
they did a
was-
charter school. They had to do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So some of these families who have these 9-year-olds that she was talking about, you know, you wouldn't think a 9-year-old, but it's
Yes.
sometimes in the family that this is happening. Texas ranks number 2 in the nation for sex trafficking. Ugh, so that's just heartbreaking. An estimated of 400 underage girls are used for sex every night in Dallas, and an estimated 79,000 trafficked minors in youth in Texas. That's crazy. That's a lot, because we think of it as like a problem in a different country,
Right.
but really, truly, it's happening.
In our backyard.
Yeah, and I've always been passionate about it, so it was really exciting to me to kind of hook up with her and see somebody who's really putting action into this. And so I know on Saturday or Sunday, I think on Sunday I read that they had, their donations were coming in, they're about at 70K, so I'm sure it's more. They have their debriefing tomorrow, so we can put more of that on our page, and over 400 people I think were there, so it was fun.
It was
Yeah.
successful.
We didn't dance though. I had these heels on because I wanted to look cute. You know, you can look cute but kind of be dumb because then my feet were killing me, and they were all muddy. So you had to walk across
Yeah,
the
we could
mud.
park out.
There was like this fight. Some guy beat up some girl.
It was pretty entertaining.
It was crazy. So hey, if you want to donate to Treasured Vessels, it's treasuredvesselsfoundation.org. So they're still looking, of course, for people to donate. It is, I believe, $5,000 to $7,000
say.
per girl per month.
Per month.
Yes, that
To
they
do
need.
everything.
Oh, low battery. Let's just, I know, it breaks my heart too, Allie. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to just continue to bring awareness to that. You know, Ladies Out Loud, our mission is to help women find their voice and create the story they were designed to live. And I think that's been our passion just in our own lives, and being able to bring people on and talk about the things that we struggle with as women. And, you know, these girls, when they're that age and they're just shattered by an experience like that, it really just can set the stage for them for the rest of their life. So fortunately, this is an awesome project. So if there is a cause that you want to, you know, you want to donate to, or you don't have something, you know, look into Treasured Vessels Foundation for sure. So Alicia is awesome. And if you want, look at our podcast, listen to our podcast, because she explains it
everything.
way more
Yes,
detail.
yes.
Yeah. So today we're talking about our favorite topic that, like, I have spent 25 years of my life trying to figure out, which is...
Still trying to figure it out.
Still trying to figure out. I don't think I'm ever going to figure it out.
Either.
How to have boundaries in relationships. So, Carrie and I met in an office, and we would sit and talk about all these things.
Yeah.
Relationships and
Life. And single parenting.
Yeah,
And
all these things.
moms and struggles.
Yeah. And I think, you meet at a time when you are, we both were single. Like, well, no, you were dating Bill at the time, right? You were dating him.
Yeah.
I was single. And I think, we would have these conversations about boundaries because I would go on these dates. Well, I just went on a couple. It really wasn't a lot because I really hate dating. It's so uncomfortable. I don't know. Anyway, I'd rather be friends first. Mm-hmm. I think that's better. So, but I would go out every once in a while with somebody and I'd come back and Carrie would be like, Tracy, why did you share your whole story? And I'd be like, I don't know. I just want to make a difference. And then I'd be like, but I'm all hurt now because this person betrayed, me. Mm-hmm. And so she was such a voice of reason, I think, with boundaries for me. But you still would say you struggle.
Yeah. Yes. Totally.
Totally
It's
struggle.
not easy to have boundaries.
It's not. But
it's not easy.
Brene Brown has this acronym. Like I said, I'm obsessed with her. Braving. It's called Braving. We're going to talk about that on our podcast. We're going to talk about when to say yes and how to say no so you have control over your life. Yeah. And this quote is really good. I wrote down a month ago. It says, givers need to set limits because takers rarely do.
Right.
And I think that, it's fair to say that it has to start with us. Like, we think I'm going to enforce these boundaries and then magically you're supposed to just be like, okay, you have a boundary. But
people don't
we have to enforce that. Yeah. No, because when you
That's
change,
the problem.
when you decide to have boundaries and you decide to change something, people are like, wait a minute, like, this is the role I play. This is the role you play. Right. Why are you changing it?
It sometimes causes conflict.
I think always causes conflict.
I was trying to be nice.
I know. My client the other day was explaining something really good. This is my friend Meredith, and she comes for Pilates, and we were talking about boundaries, and she was saying that when you think of boundaries like your home, and she said, you don't let everybody into your home. So some people only are at the front door, like the roofing people that keep coming to the house. Because I don't have a soliciting
solicitors stay outside of your house.
You're on the porch, maybe even at the end of the driveway.
And if I don't know who you are, you're definitely not coming in.
Yeah. But then, there's some people that are welcome in, like, the foyer. Right. Like in the, little hallway part of your house, if you have one of those. And it's reserved for certain people, and that's where they stay. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's like the Girl Scout people, and it's raining, and it's raining out, and they're bringing you Thin Mint cookies, and you're like, well, come on in, let me get the money, because you got the Thin Mints, and I don't want you to go.
Right. Exactly.
So, you have people like that. Then you have people that you say, come on into, my living room and maybe sit there, or come into the kitchen table. And so there's different levels of people depending on your relationship with them that you allow in. And this is just kind of a metaphor for life. Like, not everybody is allowed to go in your bedroom. Right? No, right. Or your bathroom, right. It almost feels icky. Like, can you imagine, like sometimes when the carpet people come over to clean your carpet, and you're like, ooh.
I don't know if I like you, honey.
I don't know if I like you in here. And I'm standing over in the kitchen, like, washing my dishes, and I'm, like, kind of nervous that you're in there. So, anyway, we're going to talk about boundaries today. So check out our podcast. Some of the things we're going to talk about. What does it mean to have boundaries in relationships? Why do we struggle with boundaries? Do you think fear is a reason we choose to not create boundaries? So, and trust is involved in all of this. Yes. I think that is just kind of the bandage around boundaries is trusting. And if you don't, I guess that's one question I was thinking, for people, like, how do you know you can trust somebody? Like, what determines for you the level of trust somebody gets to have. And if you don't know that answer, you need to listen to the podcast, and you need to become obsessed with Brene Brown like I am too, because she's got a lot of answers and she has the research to back it up.
Yeah. She's good.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
You know me.
She's
I
so
don't say
quiet
much.
Sometimes I'm the chatter.
I only get really loud when I'm mad. That's what I'm finding out about myself.
It's the only time she gets loud. Should we call it ladies?
No, I get loud.
Ladies quiet?
So when I become more vocal. That's probably
Yeah.
a better way of saying it.
That's true.
When I'm angry.
Yeah, this is true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but we're going to be talking today.
That's right.
Yeah, because it's just you
Yeah,
and me.
we're talking.
We don't have a guest today, so
We're
she
talking.
can't hide behind the guest. So we be talking. All right.
Okay.
All right, we love you guys. Thank you for watching us. And make